Now live on YouTube, starting us up on Rumble. Are you live?
Yes.
Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is about what happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history. Join us as we delve into yesteryear, not only for important and interesting happenings, but to possibly even answer questions you don't realize that you have. I am A.O. Xander.
King's Refuge.
Golden Loon.
And you, viewer, of course, are you. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. Whether you're watching us live or at some point else in space-time continuum is irrelevant to views of you, and we really enjoy your patronage. Today is, of course, Saturn's Day, aka Saturday, August 31st, the last day of August in 2024.
Amazing.
What happened? You know? Like, 4th of July was just yesterday, and then everybody's already in school, you know? Like, what the hell?
Welcome to aging.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, that's something that you will forever be more experienced than me, you know?
Always.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
So anyway, what do we got here? What's the first article that happened in the recorded history that we got?
but, 1142, possible date for establishment of the Iroquois Haudenosaunee League. Disputed date. Other research places dates between 1450 and 1660.
So the Iroquois Native Americans. Yeah. Which, by the way, just a quick little test. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, no. Can you hear the loop
Yeah.
here? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Because I have 4 settings on my mic here. So, like, I have it here. So now it listens from this angle.
Ah,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're more important
Very
here
nice.
than me, so I hope that's close
No.
enough to you.
No, I'm the host, but you're the history guy. Well, you've lived through
Living
it.
history.
Yeah, you've lived
You
through
are
it.
history.
Yeah.
Great.
Now, wait a minute. You are history. That sounds like a threat.
Sounds like I'm toast.
Whoopsie.
You are the history book. There you go.
You are Canadian, so would that make you French
Yeah.
toast?
Oh, boo.
You're not French Canadian though, so you at least have that, benefit for
Oh,
you.
God.
What else do we got?
1230, Bishop Wileybrand of Utrecht grants Swell State Justice.
Now I wonder, what does it mean by granted swells? Okay, Wilbrand of Oldenburg. Okay, this is just telling me everything about him, but I wonder, what is swells? Is swells a person, or is swells an area, or something? That's going to require some deeper diving.
What's granting justice mean?
State justice. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Is this a person, or is this an organization, or is this some kind of body? I'm not seeing anything in here. There's not much about this guy. But it says here, Zwolle. Wilbrand had built the castle of Hardenberg himself to replace a vulnerable town of Nijmegen to serve as protection against the Drents. Oh, here we go. 1230. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 1230, same year. The bishop gave city rights to Zwolle as a reward for their support in strengthening the castle.
Ah.
So I think this is the swells, the Zwolle. Because
So
this is...
for bettering their defenses, I guess.
Yeah. That's interesting, though. So it is... So it is state justice to Zwolle. Let me put that here in the parentheses. I
Hold the
believe.
swole over their eyes.
Huh. All right. What else do we have?
1422, Henry VI becomes King of England at the age of 9 months.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
9 months.
Wow.
King of England. That's
Yeah, it's the way it works.
that's a little young.
Just a bit.
Yeah. 1778, British killed 17 Stockbridge Native Americans in the Bronx during the Revolution. So I don't know why they're killing the random Native Americans unless they're siding with us, So that's not good. 1837, Ralph Waldo Emerson gave his famous The American Scholar speech to Phi Beta Kappa Society at Harvard College in Cambridge, Massachusetts, declaring American literacy independence from Europe. All right, that's a big.
I think he's one of the great 3 of Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. I'm
Yeah.
not sure, but I think so.
Well, let's look that
He's
up
been
here.
around a while. No.
Emerson, Lake, and Paul.
That's, yeah.
Let's see here.
Joke. You don't have to look it up.
Well, I want to know. Like, oh wait, is this? These aren't actual the people. I thought you were actually.
No, I was being a wise ass.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, I got you off track.
Well, no, like I thought you were actually coming up with something legitimate here. But
Unless
this was
he's a long distance relative. But Emerson's a common name, so no.
yeah.
You've never heard of Emerson, Lake and Palmer?
I think so. Like,
Oh man.
that's why I looked it up. I was like, cause I wasn't sure if it was like well, we found out it's a band now.
They do
but,
a phenomenal tribute to the common man.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were referencing like like three major authors or something like because I don't know everything, so you could have been actually making something legit. I don't know.
And that's why I say it's my bad.
Yeah. Oh no, don't worry about it.
When
Like,
it's taken seriously, it always goes south.
Yeah.
Being a wise ass.
yeah. Anyway, 1842, American blacksmith Micah Rugg patented a nuts and bolts machine. Ooh. We
Nuts
need
and
that.
bolts machine. So he's machining the nuts and bolts. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
got.
pretty cool.
You
That long back, that far back.
Yeah, actually, I wonder if they're going to show us the actual machine. So let me look up the entire article, go to images. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
No, that's horseshoes.
Oh yeah.
But well, we have an
There's an
anvil
anvil.
here. An anvil with a vise. That's interesting.
What's that way over in the corner?
This looks like some kind of press. But on the right side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of press. But this is interesting. If you look at this, it's an anvil with a vise. I never conceived the idea that you can put an anvil with a vise in one thing.
Sure.
So, 1842, the the U.S. Navy Observatory was authorized by an act of Congress. All right, so I wonder if that's like a space observatory or something, or
I don't know.
like. Actually, let me look that up here really quick, because it makes you wonder, like the observatory to. Oh, here we go. The United States Naval Observatory, UNSO, is a scientific and military facility that produces geopositioning, navigation, and timekeeping data for the U.S. Navy and U.S. Department of Defense. It's established in 1830
Yeah.
as a depot of charts and instruments, and is one of the oldest scientific agencies in the United States, and remains the country's leading facility for astronomical and timing data. Whoa!
I wonder if that's open to the public. I'd like to go see it someday.
That is a good question.
Well, not for the time for the show to do that.
Yeah.
but yeah. And where's it located at again?
Northwest Washington D.C.
Oh.
Okay, so it's up here. Like,
Yeah.
See, that is United States Naval Observatory. Let's see if there's tours. Let's see. Naval Observatory. There is a museum, so there is a section.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to go check it out. I'm not going to go to Washington D.C. anytime soon, though.
Oh man. No, that's kind of a hell of a long way.
Yeah. So.
Kind of sorry we didn't know about this when we went there many years ago.
Well, I mean, as you said, we're literally around the corner from Ford's Theater, and we didn't even get to go do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you really want to give any place a fair wag as a tourist, you got to be there for no less than a month. A couple days or a week ain't gonna cut it.
Not in July.
Well, not in July. Like, absolutely not.
Well, you talk about hot. Geez.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about that during our coffee time. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a time where, like, the heat and the humidity and all that stuff gave me such
Just kills
the
you.
worst headache I can remember in my entire life. I legitimately thought I was going to die. Like, I was in so much pain. I've never felt anything anything like it before or since. Headache. What do we got here in 1843?
1843, Liberty Party nominates James Burney as presidential candidate.
And
Look at history of U.S. elections, how the season was different prior to the FDR. Went from January to the previous November.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so before FDR, as we all know, FDR had 4 terms. At some point, they had to go back in there and change it. See, that's when they put in the 2-term limit to presidents.
Yeah.
And while they were at it, they changed the election season. It used to be, and it makes sense that that you started your presidency early in January.
Yeah, January 20th or something like that.
Yeah, well, it used to be like, that's when, like, the whole election thing and all that stuff, it was all rolled into one. And then they moved the season from January to the previous November. So, because now we vote, in November and everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, people used to vote, like, in January, February.
It would have to be January, but
Yeah.
February you're supposed to already be in.
Yeah. What else do we got here?
Uh, 1842 U.S. Naval Observatory authorized by Act of Congress.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, we're in 1850. Are you there?
1850. Sorry, California pioneers organized at Montgomery and Clay Streets.
Huh. So, I guess people just creating
so.
California or something. 1854, a major outbreak of cholera occurred in Soho, London. Physician John Snow went on to call it, quote, the most terrible outbreak of cholera which ever occurred in this kingdom, end quote. Yeah, well, with how things are going these days, it's, that's going to be nothing, 1881, the first U.S. men's single tennis championships held at Newport, Rhode Island. All right. Yeah. 1886, we have the first major earthquake recorded in the eastern U.S. at Charleston, South Carolina, causing the deaths of 110 people. Wow, earthquake on the east.
Yeah.
That's not usual.
Not common, no.
Yeah.
They do have them, but it's not common.
Yeah. What do we got in 1886?
1886, first major earthquake recorded in eastern U.S. at Charleston, South Carolina. 110 died.
Yikes. There's one after that. Crocker Woolworth National Bank was organized in San Francisco. All right.
Yeah, back in the day, I banked at Crocker National Bank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
And they got bought out for I forget who, but they're long gone. But this was probably 30, 40 years, probably 40 years ago.
Well, I wonder if they're still around under that same name, Crocker National Bank. All right.
I don't think they did. They got bought out by somebody.
Well, yeah. I'm wondering if they still if whoever bought them
They
out
were
still
major
exist.
bank.
Wait a minute. In popular culture, Scott Adams worked at Crocker during his first years in the business world. He drew on this and other business experience when creating the Dilbert comic strip. Remember Dilbert?
No,
You
I'm
don't-
not a comic guy, so
Oh, I'm
other than the
shocked.
super main ones, no, I don't know anything about comics.
Dilbert. No, you should remember this
Oh,
guy.
Gilbert, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Scott Adams at one point worked at Crocker Bank, and between this and his other business experience is what gave rise to his creation of Dilbert. So we can thank this article for in part
There you go.
creating Dilbert. That's why I keep saying everything is connected. You never know what
What you're gonna fish out.
Yeah. Well, you never know what your actions are going to yield. No matter how significant or non significant. So. 1889, what do we have? Oh, 1888, sorry, 1888.
1889, Second International Electrical Congress adopts the joule as a unit of energy after James Prescott Joule, the watt as a unit of power after James Watt, and the quadrant as unit of electrical inductance, later named after Henry.
Later renamed Henry. That's weird. I never heard about that.
Named Henry.
We were talking about this yesterday, right? About candle power?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so before, this is really big. So before...
Oh, yeah.
The joule and the watt, and everything, like,
Yeah.
we all know. Well, back when electricity and all that stuff was first, created...
Yeah.
They didn't have that. So there was an article from yesterday and it was talking about, it was like 156,000 candle power, arc light.
Yeah, that's the way they
So-
gauge illumination by what a
Yeah.
candle would do. Yeah.
That's really interesting. But what happened just the year before that, in 1888?
1888, the body of Jack the Ripper's first victim, Mary Ann Nichols, is found in Whitechapel at London's East End.
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole conspiracy out there saying that Jack the Ripper was actually it can either be one guy or multiple, but at the very least, it was at least one hitman hired by the royal family to go and unalive, female prostitutes because they believed that a member of the royal family was loose in the breeches, so to speak, and they were concerned about one of these prostitutes having a child, and then they would have rightful heir claims to the throne. So they just went around and just killed ladies of the evening to prevent that.
Would they be killing the ones that they knew he had liaisons with, or just randomly killing people?
Just randomly killing. Like they don't know that.
Makes no sense.
Well, no, like if they suspect that he laid with a lady of the evening, so to speak, but they don't know which one, then they hire a hitman or several to just go out and just start wanton killing them to reduce the chances of a rightful heir being born in that way.
That's hard to swallow, so to speak.
There's so many jokes I can go that way.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Ho. What else do we got? 1894.
1894, Phillies outfielder Billy Hamilton equals George Gore's MLB single game stolen bases record with 7 steals and 10-8 win over Washington Senators in Philadelphia.
In a game? 7 steals in a game?
In a game.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
To come up to bat 7 times, amazing.
Yeah. That was 1894.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's another 1894 here.
Oh. 1894. The Industrial Consolation of Arbitration Act passed by the Richard Seddon's Liberal government, making New Zealand the first country in the world to outlaw strikes in favor of compulsory arbitration.
So what is compulsory arbitration?
When you have a dispute, at least a labor dispute, something like that, you go to arbitration and that's binding. Whatever decided on, that's what it's going to be.
So essentially, it's illegal to stand up for your rights.
Well, you are standing up for your rights, but then who's right?
Yeah.
So you got to figure it out.
And
that's kind of what they came up with.
Making New Zealand the first country in the world to outlaw strikes in favor, like as soon as you outlaw strikes in any way, it doesn't matter, if it's one way or another. As soon as you outlaw strikes, you're in the wrong. People have the right to say their piece, and as soon as you make that illegal, now you're stepping on other people's rights, favoring one.
Hence arbitration.
Yeah.
If they're truly neutral.
But leave it to New Zealand, of course New Zealand. Which over there, did you know? I believe it's past the age to vote is now 16. So now 16-year-olds can vote, and that's how all these crazy politicians, for very very much the same way as we can fool the youth into signing up to the military to go and lay their lives on the line for the sake of rich bankers to get even richer, like. The politicians utilizing the ignorance of the youth, to gain favor in voting. That's why they're trying to make 16 the age of voting out here, because they know 16-year-olds are dumb enough to vote for things that they know is not in their best interest.
Well, you're just not mature enough, and what I mean by that is we've had this conversation before. A 2-year-old is saying me all the time, and they sound very selfish. No, they're for the first time learning about me.
Yeah.
So you go up to teenagers are learning about groupthink. And hence all the styles. If one does it, then all of them do it. So they're just not mature enough to have an independent thought, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Some do, but most don't.
Did your camera cut out?
My camera fell off. Yeah, no, my other monitor froze, so I had to restart my other monitor here. Yeah, because I have I don't have enough USB ports, so I have this thing. I have this splitter.
Portable.
So like my other monitor and my webcam are hooked into this, which feeds into one USB port, and then now because I reset my camera, and now my stupid thing is
reading it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a problem with my other monitor. Like, it's just I need a new tower with more USB ports. That's just the simple of it. So, anyway, what else do we got while I'm still figuring this out here?
1894. Oh wait, we read that. 1895.
Yes.
First pro football game. Quarterback John Brailer paid $10 and won 12-0.
Wow, the first pro football game, and one guy was paid $10.
$10.
Whoop-de-doo.
It's hard to imagine, but
Do-do-do.
back in the day, college football was way more powerful than professional football.
And more popular. And,
Oh,
you know,
way more popular. That's the point.
Yeah.
And
Oh
football
yeah,
was
they
kind of
haven't
an
made
afterthought.
choices back then.
Sorry, what?
I say, oh yeah, I bet you didn't have many choices back then for entertainment.
Yeah. 1897 here, Thomas Edison patented the kinetoscope, a kinetographic camera, a device which produces moving pictures. I wonder who he stole that from. So,
That is kind of cool.
yeah, well, you know, very much like, you know, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and Tim Cook and Jeff Bezos and all these, you know, big names in control, they don't actually do crap. They just have an entire, you know, staff to do the work for them, and then they take the credit. You know, Steve Jobs didn't innovate crap. You know, he just pushed other people to do that, and then he took the credit for it. He was a monster. Yeah. You know, 1900 British troops overrun Johannesburg, and I wonder if that's during the Boer War. It has to be. You know, Johannesburg is in South Africa, as we know, and that's where the Boer War was, and this is when the Boer War was, so it has to be that.
Yeah.
So. 1900, yeah, as well. Brooklyn pitcher Brickyard Kennedy, what a name.
Brickyard Kennedy, yeah.
Brickyard Kennedy walked 6 straight Philadelphia Phillies in the second inning of the Super Base 9-4 loss at Washington Park. Kennedy still achieved his 4th 20-win season. Wow.
That game he was throwing bricks.
Well, he was a brickyard, you know.
That's it.
So. And they're in a yard, you know, like so. 1902, the split skirt was first worn by Mrs. Adolf Landenberg, a horse rider.
When you first said that, I was thinking some kind of military attack. You're talking about a woman's dress.
Oh, yeah, no, the split skirt. Hold on a second.
That's a little more modern.
102. Yeah. Here we go.
Whoa, a leg. Look out.
Woo! Woo!
Oh boy, she's nasty.
Oh.
Look at her showing that leg.
Yeah.
Oh, the harlot. The harlot.
Yeah, harlot. There you go. Perfect word.
Well, I mean, look at the world around us today. You know, I think
man.
that maybe all the conservative parents who were saying...
Oh, look at that one showing her arms off. Oh, disgusting.
I love old photos of women in bathing suits back in the day, and then you look at what they're wearing today. Holy cow.
I like the top hats, like the straw hats that the men used to wear, and like the full suit. It was shorts. It was striped.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's my favorite old timey suit. I'm gonna wear a nice hat too.
Yeah. I want one of those straw hats. You know, the old barber hats, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome.
What do we got here in 1903?
1903, New York Giants future baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Joe McGinnity wins third round doubleheader of month, beating the Philadelphia Phillies 4-1 and 92 at the Polo Grounds.
Oh wow!
They played. The month. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like this
doubleheader.
Polo Grounds. Yep.
Now, doubleheader is what, 2 games in a row or something? Or?
Yeah, they play a doubleheader. You get in, and they play 2 games for one admission.
Okay.
Sometimes they're scheduled for promotions, and sometimes there's going to rain out. That's the only way they can fit it in is to have a doubleheader.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's good for better bang for your buck. You know.
Oh yeah.
So. What do we got in 1907?
Is it like is a doubleheader ever gone into like multiple innings for both? Like when we hear about 20 innings or something?
Sure, you could.
Huh. Let's see here. Longest double header MLB. Let's see here. Double header.
I gave you time though.
This is telling us history, conventional, yada yada. I wonder if there's a triple header. What?
I've never heard of that.
There have been 3 instances of a triple header in MLB, indicating 3 games between the same 2 teams on the same day. These occurred between the Brooklyn Bridegrooms and Pittsburgh Innocents on September 1st, 1890. Brooklyn won all 3. Between the Baltimore Orioles and Louisville Cardinals on September 7th, 1896. Baltimore won all 3. And the Pittsburgh Pirates and Cincinnati Reds on October 2nd, 1920. Cincinnati won the first 2 of the 3 before losing the 3rd and 6th innings in a darkness-shortened game. Wow.
3 games, 9 innings.
Yeah.
Well, the last one was shortened because of the.
How do you
They
play?
got an official game in. It's got to be. I thought it was 7, but I guess it's 6 complete innings to make it official.
Well, we have here 7-inning doubleheaders. So,
Oh.
under some rule sets, games played
Oh,
as
so
part of a
7
doubleheader last 7
innings.
innings instead of the usual 9.
It still seems like a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like you'd be there literally
Yeah,
all
I
day
do.
watching nothing but
Yeah.
baseball.
But yeah, a triple header.
That's great. I never heard of that.
Well, now
Obviously
you
it
have
happened.
3 times.
It's wild.
Yeah. 1907 as well, Britain and Russia signed a treaty with Afghanistan, Persia, and Tibet. And telling me to look this up here, and I have another one here. At the same time, Britain, Russia, and France formed the Triple Entente. So Britain and Russia, were in both of these. And we have the Anglo-Russian Convention here, and then we have the Triple Entente, which is entirely different. So on the same day, that was the wrong button here. I don't want Rumble. I want this. Triple Entente. So what was the Anglo-Russian Convention? It was also known as the Convention between the United Kingdom and Russia relating to Persia, Afghanistan, and Tibet. It ended the two powers' long-lasting rivalry in Central Asia and enabled them to outflank the Germans, who were threatening to connect Berlin to Baghdad with a new railroad that could potentially align the Ottoman Empire with Imperial Germany. Ooh, wow. And, look at the year, 1907, before World War I.
I was going to say that before, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going on leading up to, as always. Leading up to World War I, yeah.
As one of our favorite comedians, said, not every war just falls out of the sky.
I guess that, gets back to the old saying that the enemy of my friend is my friend.
No, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, the enemy of the enemy is my friend. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that applies here, I think.
Yeah. Well, this is specifically to prevent Germany from having a direct link to the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
And then the Triple Entente described the informal understanding between the Russian Empire, the French Third Republic, and the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. It was built upon the Franco-Russian alliance of 1894, the Entente Cordiale of 1904 between France and Britain, and the Anglo-Russian Entente of 1907. I think that's what we just read here. So one just melded into the other. It formed a powerful counterweight to the triple alliance of the German Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the Kingdom of Italy. The Central Powers. That's what they would become. The Triple Entente, unlike the Triple Alliance or the Franco-Russian alliance itself, was not an alliance of mutual defense. So this was basically the prototype of the Allies.
Yeah.
Before World War I.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and that goes back to 1907.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Crazy
A lot
stuff.
going on in Europe.
Yeah. What else do we got here? 1909? I'm going to take this one, and you can take 1910. A.J. Reach Company patented the cork-centered baseball. Ooh. All right. What do we got here in 1910?
Theodore Roosevelt makes a speech in Kansas advocating for a square deal. Property shall be the servant and not the master of the Commonwealth.
All right. So what is the Theodore Roosevelt square deal? Square, The Square Deal was Theodore Roosevelt's domestic program, which reflected his three major goals: conservation of natural resources, corporate law, and consumer protection. These three demands are often referred to as the 3 C's of Roosevelt's Square Deal, thus it aimed at helping middle-class citizens and involved attacking plutocracy. What is plutocracy here? Let's hover over this. Plutocracy is a society that is ruled or controlled by people of great wealth or income. Okay, so what we're living in right now. And bad trusts, while at the same time protecting business from the most extreme demands of organized labor, he explained in 1901 through 1909. So, and Theodore Roosevelt was a Democrat, right?
Yes.
So, typical Democrat, doing exactly, the opposite of what he says.
I was trying to make a connection with the old slang, and I can't see it here at all. The old slang of 3 squares a day, meaning 3 meals a day.
Yeah, well, those are square meals. That's a different thing.
I was trying to get a connection, and it wasn't there.
No, but this is basically Theodore Roosevelt, a Democrat, trying to get the United States away from, essentially what is it called, an oligarchy,
Yeah.
And instead, he just laid the groundwork for it to become an oligarchy.
Which it is right now in spades.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like Theodore Roosevelt, a Democrat, laid the groundwork for what would become, what we live in now. Leave it to a Democrat to straight up tell us the opposite of what he will do. So, 1911. What do we have?
1911, the Sullivan Act requiring New Yorkers to possess licenses for firearms small enough to be concealed comes into effect, and it starts.
Yeah, this is how it begins. Look at New York now. You can't even say no, stop it, if someone plunges a knife into your sternum. And then now you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
So, as soon as the government starts coming after anything, tell them to go eat something.
If you hold a person down, in the subway who is attacking other people, you're the one who gets in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's happened recently.
Yeah.
No, don't tell me that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. What do we got in 1913?
1913, massive protest rally on Sackville Street, attacked by the Dublin holy cow. Metropolitan.
Yay!
I can't say it. Police, 2 strikers killed by the police. Oh, my tongue did not want to cooperate on that one.
Yeah. So this sounds like Irish people trying to get independence. So, Dublin, Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, free Ireland. Just let them go. So, 1914, we have a state record in Michigan, 24.8 centimeters of rainfall at Bloomingdale. I wonder what that is to feed. I don't know why, because our source, it's not just leftist, it's European. Because I figured out, they put in color, they put the U in there, Callure, for whatever reason. So, our source, I believe, is actually British. So that's why things are in metrics and whatnot.
And spelled different. A lot of things are spelled differently.
Spelled wrong.
Sound the same, spelled different.
Yeah, they're spelled wrongly. 9.7 inches, and I wonder if that's still the state record. So state record, Michigan rainfall.
24 hours.
Well, let's see here. It says here 9.78 inches, and this was 9.76. So, August 3rd. Oh, wow.
Could be the same.
No, this is the same one.
Yeah.
31st, 1914. It's the same one.
Yeah.
But wait, how?
Today?
No. This says 90. This says 9.78 inches, and this says 9.76.
Oh well.
So.
Yeah. 2/100 of an inch isn't much to squabble.
But that's enough to change the record. So
yes,
which
true.
one is it?
Yeah, it's not changing the record. Which one's correct?
Yes. 1914 as well, Ecuador became a signatory of the Buenos Aires Copyright Treaty. All right.
Ecuador, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that again here.
Really?
1914, General von Kluck decided not to attack Paris. Well, that's
General
good.
Von Kluck.
Yeah.
Where von Kluck sounds German, I guess.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the Germans, and the Parisians, all that stuff, 1915, Brazil became a signatory to the Buenos Aires Copyright Treaty, as I said. So just one year.
What is the Buenos Aires Treaty or whatever it is? I'm not familiar with it.
Let's look it up here really quick. The Buenos Aires Convention is an international copyright treaty signed in Buenos Aires, Argentina on August 11th, 1910, providing mutual recognition of copyrights where the work carries a notice containing a statement of reservation of rights. This was commonly done with the phrase, all rights reserved, next to the copyright notice. This implementation varied as U.S. law only required the author and year of publishing. Copyright protection under the convention is granted for the shorter of the terms of protecting country and the source country of the work. The rather vague nature of the requirement for the statement of reservation led to the development of longer and more legalistic workings, which have persisted despite the developments in international copyright law. And the Buenos Aires Copyright Treaty, I believe, is still in effect, although it is superseded by the Bern Copyright Treaty, because I think practically every signatory of this Buenos Aires is also a signatory of the Bern Treaty.
This doesn't sound like it has any teeth, though.
Oh, it does. Like anything within the 18 parties of this. So we have the United States, Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Argentina maybe, I'm not sure. But everything in the blue are signatories. But everything in the blue are also signatories of the Bern Copyright Convention.
Okay.
And we covered that not too long ago, actually. What do we got here in 1917?
1917 in China, Sun Yat-sen and his supporters rump parliament, establishes a military government, and elects Sun Yat-sen as commander-in-chief.
All right. And Sun Yat-sen here, it says he's the father of modern China. And we're not talking about the CCP, we're talking about eventually what would, they would flee to Taiwan. So.
Yeah. Well, that's way before the CCP.
Well, not that far.
Well, yeah. No, the CCP was in 47.
No, Mao Zedong. When was Mao Zedong revolution? It was in the 20s. Cultural Revolution. Wait, what? 66? That's not right.
That's when. No, that's too soon for that. Well, they revolted in the 100-mile March or whatever. That was in the 40s, after World War II.
I could have sworn it started before that.
No, because they were actually I can't think of his name. He ended up in Taiwan when he lost the country.
Chiang Kai-shek?
Yes. And he begged us to come in and assist him, and we would.
Okay, here we go. Creation of the People's Republic, October 1st, 1949.
That's the actual creation. That's when they had taken power already.
I would have sworn that China was fighting the Communist Revolution while Japan was invading them at the same time.
Well, they may have on some level, but they finally got the country behind them and pulled it off in the 40s after World War II.
Huh. All right.
So you may be right as far as some level. That I don't know.
I don't, because I distinctly remember, maybe, well, once again, it's in Hearts of Iron, so it's a video game, but I remember when I was playing that with a friend at the time, like every now and then he started off as, playing Mao Zedong, and you start that game off in 1935.
Okay.
But, it just said there, it was 1949 when it really first started. Maybe I have my history confused, I don't know. Anyway, what else do we have here?
1920?
18.
1918, Boston Red Sox win earliest AL pennant ever. Season ended September 2nd.
So the earliest American League pennant.
Yeah, in other words, they clinched it. Mathematically clinched it.
Okay. Well, why wouldn't they say clinch? Why do they say win? It sounds like it's a done deal here. Well, essentially it is, but
it's mathematically done. But you're going to play the rest of the games, so you've clinched it. You haven't won it.
Oh, okay. All right. Just should have used more accurate wording.
No, that's exactly what you would use.
Okay. What else do we got?
The 1919 John Reed forms American Communist Labor Party in Chicago.
Oh, here we go. Typical Chicago. So, Dos Mas, 1919s.
1919, Petrelios, Ukrainian army kills 35 members of a Jewish defense group.
Yikes. What was going on? Oh, in Ukraine. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, didn't Fidel Castro's son, Justin Trudeau, celebrate a pro-Nazi World War II Ukrainian veteran, like, a year ago?
Yes.
Something? Yeah. Yeah, so
Yes.
a legitimate, like, Nazi. Like, and they were celebrating him being a veteran of World War II, but he was on the wrong side. And they didn't care, because, they're on the same side as he was. So, one more 1919 here.
1919, Ukrainian Petrol army recaptures Kiev. I know how to say that one.
Ukrainian what?
I said Petrol.
1920, Belgium.
I know how to say Kiev, though.
Yeah.
I've heard it a million times in the last 3 years.
Well, I mean, remember, hold on a second. The Family Guy joke, Family Guy, Al Qaeda news, hold on a second, news. Tom Tucker, that's what I wanted. There's this one scene where, here we go.
In the face of a shadowy terrorist organization called Holy. Look at all those vowels. Al-Qaeda. Here.
Look at all those vowels. Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, remember when we all couldn't pronounce Al Qaeda?
Yeah, I know, right?
Those were great. Those were great times.
Yeah. 1920, Belgium started paying old age pensions. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. 20 as well. Detroit radio station 8MK, which is now WWJ 950 AM, became the first to broadcast a news program on the air. All right. First radio news.
Yeah.
Just 3 years later, the League of Nations gave Belgium a mandate of Rwanda-Urundi. It was German. So here we go. What the hell does the UN have to do about who owns what in Africa? There's supposed to be a system of checks and balances, not a system of dictatorship. They should have no say in how countries operate. On that level. Who owns what? Are you kidding me?
Well, it's the League of Nations that's determining that your proper behavior, I guess.
The
I don't
UN
agree
did
with it, but,
the UN did the same thing when they invented Israel. 1923, Mussolini ordered the Greek government to apologize for the deaths of an Italian general and his staff on the Greco-Albanian border. All right. 1 century ago, 100 years. And this almost didn't make the cut. It only did because it's 1 century ago. Finnish runner Paavo Nurmi ran world record 10,000 meters in 30 minutes, 6.2 seconds. All right.
Okay. At least something happened today, 100 years ago.
Yeah. 1929, committee chaired by Owen D. Young finalized the Young Plan to reduce German reparations for World War I to 112 billion gold marks, or $8 billion US at the time, paid over 59 years. That is just beyond unfathomably unreasonable. How the hell could you expect them to pay $8 billion in 1929? Are you out of your mind? They're trying to kill him. So, I'm not feeling too well, actually. I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to let King read for a little bit while I try to calm out my system. I guess the coffee is having an effect.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm not
1929, committee
We're in 1934.
chaired by 1934. First NFL Chicago All-Star game, Chicago Bears 0, All-Stars 0. What?
Huh. In front of a crowd of...
79,000.
Yeah. So the first NFL Chicago All-Star game ended up in a draw with nothing.
Yeah.
So, that probably didn't help, getting professional football out of the thing. It's just we're not getting any scores. Why should we keep giving this any merit?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know. What else do we got?
1935, first national skeet championship in Indianapolis.
And of course, I had to put
Skeet,
in like,
skeet, skeet.
yeah, not that kind of skeet. Yeah. Like, what is skeet? What is skeet? Sports. Got to put in the sport. You know, you don't want to know what that other one
Shooting.
is.
Skeet shooting.
Yeah, skeet shooting. So, and I'm pretty sure you don't know what that slang means, and I'm not gonna
No, I
tell
don't.
you on air.
Let's not.
Yeah. 2 more 35s. I'm slowly feeling a little better, by the way. So.
1935, FDR signs act of prohibiting export of U.S. arms to belligerents. What is that?
Belligerents.
Belligerents.
Yeah.
Ah!
You got it. Perfect. But yeah, once again, you know, like a Democrat, like, you know, he's signing a law prohibiting the export of U.S. arms to belligerents. So that way, on paper, we're not supplying the enemy, but then that creates the entire black market and makes people like Yuri, the Merchant of Death, you know, because let's see if I can actually find that scene.
Who decides
Lord
who's
of
belligerent, though?
War. Well, Lord of War newspaper. There's a very powerful scene of Lord of War here, and this is what this article reminds me of. So, here we go.
I do rub shoulders with some of the most vile, sadistic men calling themselves leaders today. But some of those men are the enemies of your enemies. And while the biggest arms dealer in the world is your boss, the President of the United States, who ships more merchandise in a day than I do in a year, sometimes it's embarrassing to have his fingerprints on the guns.
See right there. This just invented that entire, you know, by making this act, it allowed you know, our government, the governments of the world, a back door to continue supplying belligerents, not on the main record. That's what all this is, as far as I'm concerned. So, one more 35.
A Russian miner, Alexei Stakhnov, digs 102 tons of coal in under 6 hours using a jackhammer.
What?
Wow.
How's that possible?
Wow.
Well, I mean, I think this was to demonstrate the effectiveness of a jackhammer.
Could be.
Like, you know,
That's amazing.
because think about it, 1935,
Yeah.
like,
I don't know
probably.
when the jackhammer was invented, but
Well, you know, that's a good question. When was the jackhammer invented? Let's see here. Pneumatic, blah, blah, blah. It's telling you what it is. I know what it is. History. The first steam-powered drill was patented by Samuel Miller in 1806. Blah, 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 blah.
so it's way before this.
Well, no, that's a steam-powered drill. That's not a jackhammer.
Kind of the same, isn't it?
Well, the first, let's see here. The drill used steam only for raising the drill. Pneumatic drills were developed in response to the needs of the mining, quarrying, excavating, and tunneling. A pneumatic drill was proposed by C. Brunton in 1844. In 1846, a percussion drill that could be worked by steam or atmospheric pressure obtained from a vacuum was patented in Britain by Thomas Clark, Mark Freeman, and John Varley. The first U.S. percussion drill was made in 1848 and patented in 1840. So this is way before.
Yeah.
So, but maybe there was like some kind of like revolutionary advancement.
Maybe it's proving how efficient it was. Who knows?
I don't know. You know what? Let me just look up the surface level scratch of this article just to see if it tells me why. Okay, well, it's just telling me about him. So, all right. Anyway, 1937 here, Detroit's rookie Rudy York set a record for home runs of 18 home runs in August. Wow.
A rookie.
Yeah. 1939, the Japanese invasion army was driven out of Mongolia.
Ooh.
All right. Good for Mongolia. Which, by the way, Mongolia... Yeah. Well, just before the outbreak, because it's the invasion starts tomorrow. September 1st. Of Germany and Russia invading Poland starts tomorrow in 1939.
So this was pre
Yeah.
World War II,
Just before. Well, I mean, like, you know, the Japanese were
I don't
fighting.
know when they actually got into it.
Well, the actual, like, what really caused, because the Japanese were doing their thing for well over a decade prior.
Okay.
But it didn't become a world war until the entire world
Right.
was involved, and the world got involved really when you know, Germany and Russia, you know, cooperatively invaded Poland from both sides, September 1st, 1939. But it wouldn't be until December 7th, 1941. Well, that's not even, that's when we got attacked, but it wouldn't be until a day or so later before the U.S. actually declared war.
Then it is officially a world war.
Yeah. But what's interesting is that Canada declared war on Japan because of Pearl Harbor a day before we did.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Canada declared war because of Pearl Harbor on Japan before we did.
Wow.
That's weird.
That is weird.
You know? So... 1939 as well, a staged Polish assault on radio station in Gleiwitz. So, quote-unquote Polish. So, a staged Polish assault. So, this has to be some kind of, like, false flag or something event. Not entirely sure. What do we got here in 1940?
1940, German occupiers in the Netherlands begin soap rationing.
Huh.
Ah.
Yeah, well, I guess you don't get to smell as clean as you get to anymore. But there's one just before it.
First edition of illegal opposition newspapers, Free Netherlands.
Ah, look at that. And it's illegal because it's an opposition. You know, they're
Sure.
you know, they're occupied. So
Yeah.
but that's interesting. Germany already occupied. Well, I mean, you know, leading up to their invasion, Neville Chamberlain, you know, was just kowtowing to Germany, allowing them to have this, to have that, blah blah. Blah. So it looks like they already had the Netherlands at the time. Obviously, well, no, this is 40. This is a year later, so never mind. I'm being stupid. What else do we got here? We got two more in 1940s.
1940, RAF Fire Command loses 39 aircraft against Luftwaffe's 41.
Yeah, so the Blitz, the Battle of Britain and all that stuff. RAF standing for Royal Air Force. Oh, and here we go.
1940, U.S. National Guard assembles.
National Guards, assemble. You know, like Avengers Assemble.
Yeah.
Oh.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. 1941, the radio program Great Gildersleeve, a spin-off of Fibber, McGee, and Molly, debuted on NBC. Those are weird names.
Oh, Fibber, McGee, and Molly was huge.
I had a feeling you know about that.
Yeah.
So, you know, why was it huge? Like, you know, was it a radio show?
Well, I was pretty young. Yes, yeah, it was a radio show, and I just know the name so well, but memory is very vague on what they actually did.
So they're one of those shows of yonder year that you remember.
Yeah,
they were big.
yeah. I mean, this started in '41 before I was born, so I just remember it obviously in way later years, but it was very well known.
All right.
Show. Seems to me as puppets or something, but I may be wrong. I'm really trying to put it together.
Well, that could have been.
Well, look it up for me. Now I'm really curious.
That could have been its TV adaptation if it had one. Fibber, McGee, and Molly. No, it's people.
No, people. Okay.
Well, let's check out Great Gildersleeve.
I'm intertwining something else in my memory.
Fibber McGee.
What?
You say Fibber McGee?
Fibber McGee?
Last page. Down.
Down here. McGee and Molly.
See Fibber McGee and Molly.
This one?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh my heavens. That's that won't fly today. He's accidentally discharging a firearm in his own home. Look at that.
Oh no.
That appears to be a double-barrel shotgun.
So I really don't remember much of them. I remember the name much better.
Yeah.
And they have to be long in the tooth by the time I had memory of them.
Ah. 1942, U-boat sunk and damaged 131 Allied ships this month, a total of 639,946 tons. Tons!
Ooh.
1 month.
Yeah.
You know, like The war of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
There's this movie starring Tom Hanks called Greyhound, and it's about that. Like he's in charge. New-ish. Tom Hanks Greyhound trailer. Let's see if I can put the trailer. Greyhound. I'll just play a little bit of the trailer here really quick.
What are we gonna do?
Oh no, it's
Okay.
it's this trailer is 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And it was on Apple TV, so I think it was one of these streaming. But
Will rain hell down from on high.
yeah, he's a commander of like a destroyer or something, and
Looks like it could be a good movie.
it is. I haven't seen it, but I've seen some scenes, and it's really interesting. I'd like to see the whole thing though. Let's add that actually into the movies here really quick. Where's movie nights? Greyhound. World War II battle. Tom Hanks. Let me just put that in there. 1943, Japanese occupiers interned Jewish congregation of Sarajevo. So the Japanese were, after the Jews as well, it seems.
Yeah.
So, 44, French provisional government moved from Algiers to Paris. As we know, France, they got taken over and everything. Algiers is in Algeria. They had a lot of, property, for lack of a better term, in Africa and everything. But they went from, Algiers and, the UK back to their home, Paris. 44 as well, French troops liberated Bordeaux. All right. And we also have Soviet and Romanian troops march into Bucharest.
Ooh.
All right. What do we got here in 45?
1945, the Liberal Party of Australia is founded by Robert Menzies.
That's not good. Oh, and I say boy. What do we have here? 46.
Foghorn Leghorn, Warner Brothers cartoon character created by Robert McKinson, and Warren Foster, Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies, first debuts in Walkie Talkie Hockey.
I gotta check that out.
He is one of my faves. If I have anything to do with cartoons.
Yeah. So let's see. This is the very first. Let's get ahead of our here. So, oh, of course he's versing the Chicken Hawk.
Hey, Pop, I don't know what's the matter with...
Oh yeah. So this is. We remember the
seen him
Chicken
in
Hawk.
years.
That's not Foghorn Leghorn.
Eat a chicken? Is that...
That's the Chicken Hawk's dad. So like the very first episode of Foghorn Leghorn, and we all remember this dog. So.
Every day it's the same thing.
So this is the very first episode of Foghorn Leghorn.
How about that?
So starting off, he had that whole thing with that Chicken Hawk.
Yeah.
I thought they brought him in later, but apparently not. What else do we got here?
1947, Hungarian Communist Party wins election. Ooh.
Oh, that's not good.
In 1947, New York Giants get season record for home runs by a club, 183 en route to 221.
So I wonder if that still stands. 221 home runs in a season. For one club.
For the
Yeah.
club itself. Yeah, that's a lot of home runs. I have no idea.
You know what? Let's hold on a second. MLB club season HR record. Let's see if this yields any results here. List of Major League Baseball home run records. All right. Well, this is players. Okay,
Yeah.
speaking of seasons with home. Okay, more players.
Yeah.
More players. I want teams.
Yeah.
Okay, this I don't know. If anyone can figure that out, let us know in the comment section. And actually, like the other day, I noticed that our good friend Toxic Masculinity left a comment on us on YouTube, but I saw him like right at the end as we were closing down. I gotta keep on tabs with the comments, but I need people to remind me to look at it as well. So, what else do we got here? 1948.
1948, Queen Kim Mina of Netherlands celebrates her Golden Jubilee. So she celebrated her really crappy X-Men character?
Ha!
Oh wait, that's probably too soon, right?
Probably. But we actually have a video from 1948. Royal celebrations in Holland. So we have a video of her Golden Jubilee. Wow.
Oh, neat.
That is cool. Hey, give this a thumbs up. Wow. Electric lights. That is brand new.
Right.
Well, not brand new. 1948. I'm stupid. But
Oh, that'd be like 1920s, right?
yeah. That is awesome. Wow. I'm gonna add this into the underbar section here. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Where is it? There we go. All right. Golden Jubilee. While I'm doing this, what do we got here in 51?
1951, first 33 and the third album introduced in Dusk Gold Door.
Ah,
What?
look at that. Albums. Of course, the single was played on 45. That's the speed.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's 33 and 1/3 inches round.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
radius.
Revolutions.
Revolutions.
Yeah.
S-
That's
per
the
minute.
turning.
Oh,
It's the turning
okay.
speed. A 45 was played at a revolution of 45.
Per minute. So
Per
it's,
minute,
it's
probably.
RPM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so I knew you, because I remember having this conversation with you before about 33 and a third.
Yeah.
So I put in what, but I'm just like, the loons are going to know about this. So 1954, Cincinnati first baseman Ted Klobuczynski hit 2 home runs in a 9-3 loss versus Phillies at Connie Mack Stadium, Philadelphia. The first Red Leg to ever hit 40 MLB home runs en route to a season total of 49. What's a Red Leg?
Boston.
Okay. Why? Were they because their pants were red or something?
That's the
Like
name of the team.
the
Why
team-
is there the White Sox? Why
Oh.
are they the Dodgers?
Well, I've never heard of Red
Oh.
Leg.
Well, actually, it was Cincinnati Red Legs, not Boston. Cincinnati Red Legs.
I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now they're just called the Reds.
Oh.
They dropped the legs part.
Okay. Oh. 1954 as well, Hurricane Carol hit New England. A 70 died. The costliest ever hurricane at the time and the first storm named to be retired. Well, that's not right. They can retire storm names?
I guess so. I don't know. I never heard of that.
Was someone named Carol like, I don't like how you're using my name for destructive storms. I'm gonna complain. Was Carol the first Karen? You know? Like,
If they retired your storm name, you had to be a badass storm, I gotta tell you.
well,
Not gonna do
Carol
it for being a wimp.
Carol doesn't sound like a badass name. It sounds like, people walking up to your house unsolicited to sing you random stuff near the holiday season. I mean, although I have to say, the best Christmas Carol scene is from A Christmas Story 2. That's Story 2.
Yeah. Yes.
I gotta show this scene. Like, I know you haven't seen the sequel. You've seen A Christmas Story.
Of course.
So, but here, let me just play this.
It's good, unfortunately.
And that's that guy sitting at the table.
Mm-hmm.
That's Ralphie all grown up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's his mom. Oh, and they're in the same house.
He does have the Ralphie look,
Yeah.
obviously.
Who's coming?
There are
Hi.
2 acknowledged schools of thought on the holiday tradition of caroling.
I'm gonna pause it there. We've already probably broke copyright.
Oh my god.
Um,
Okay, dude, just bro, this reminds me because this has never happened in my entire life except for 1 year, and it was so awkward. It's so awkward, you guys. Like you're looking at a group of people all staring at you, singing to you,
Yeah.
with their heart's content, and they're just like. Can I go back inside now? And then I start up another song right away. Like, you're killing me. It was so awkward. So awkward. It was like one of the most awkward moments of my life.
That's funny. I've been on the other side singing to people at a door. But I never thought of it that way. That is funny as hell.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, it's I gotta show you that movie. It's really, they did a good job. Like I got.
Hey, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's no Christmas Story.
Well, of course
one,
not.
That's one in a lifetime.
But if we're gonna say that they did justice, then they did. Like
Okay,
this.
now I'll give them that because most are crap.
All right.
Yeah.
Most follow-ups are crap.
Yeah.
Sometimes they exceed, but most of the time they're crap.
Very few times do they exceed, and one of those
Yeah.
examples is Terminator 2: Judgment
There
Day.
you go. Yeah.
You know.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we got? 1954, Indians defeated Yanks 6-1 for record tying 26 wins in August, tying with the 1931 A's. So 26.
That's a lot of wins in 1 month.
Yeah.
You only have 31 days.
Yeah.
Or August, yeah.
Moving on into 1955, the first Sun-Power automobile was demonstrated in Chicago, Illinois. And that's today's. This is a thumbnail for today's episode. This is the first
Cool.
solar-powered automobile demonstrated.
That's a great thumbnail.
Yeah, but
Nice.
they're just
It's
solar
like the
panels.
Batmobile.
Kind of, yeah. But it's, the big squares are solar panels and everything. And this reminds me a hell of a lot of the Aptera. It has solar panels. Like here we go, on the hood.
Yeah.
In the dash. So right here, like on the ceiling or on the roof here, and then this this back part pops up to form a little bit of a tent type thing. Like right here we go. Oh, it looks like the back has solar panels too.
Also, yeah.
So the entire now, why don't they add this technology to Tesla? You think that there's a space, They put it in there. No, that's the last thing Tesla wants is for you to be energy independent. They want you to stop every 35 miles and plug in for 85 hours, So, 1957, Federation of Malaya gained independence from Great Britain. All right.
Good for them.
And 59, Sandy Koufax broke Dizzy Dean's National League mark of 18 strikeouts in a game. Woo!
Wait a minute. Wait. You cannot mispronounce his name.
I'm sorry.
The all-time great Sandy Koufax.
I thought you said Koufax.
Koufax.
Koufax. I'm sorry.
Let's call the old
all-time
thing
greats.
off.
My pitching hero right there.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna listen to this guy because he knows a thing or two. I'm gonna put him back on the camera. So, what do we got here in 1960?
Agricultural Hall of Fame forms.
Dang.
All right.
All right. There's a whole thing for everything.
1961 Amsterdam National Ballot Forms.
The
Sorry, where are
ballet.
you going?
Yeah.
I want to make the all-ballet team.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1962.
I think
Go ahead.
you go ahead.
Okay. Trinidad and Tobago gained independence from Britain. This is their national day with Eric Williams as their first prime minister. All right. So more independence. 64, ground was broken for Anaheim Stadium, future home of MLB California Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in there a couple of times.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yep.
When the ground was broken.
Now, 1965 as well, the Aero Space Lines Super Guppy aircraft made its first flight. And I snuck a peek, last night to see what this aircraft looks like. And this is one of the weirdest looking, like
It's like a blimp.
it's a Super Guppy. Yeah, well, like
It looks like a guppy, yeah.
yeah, but this is actually to transport things. The entire front opens,
Yeah.
like a door.
Yep.
But I mean, but look at that. Like it looks like Megamind almost. Like, and this one it kind of looks like it is inflatable.
It's a whale.
Yeah.
There's a cab up there, how small it is compared to the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like this looks fabric, so it looks like it inflates or something. Like that doesn't look like solid material, but it is.
There it is open.
Yeah.
It's got to be way before fiber fabrics or whatever I'm trying to say. Not fiber fabrics. What is it?
Carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Ah. Interesting. What do we got?
60 what?
65.
Yeah.
Another 65 here is U.S. Congress established the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Oh, wonderful. Another government body. That's just what we need.
Yeah, more. Yay.
What do we got in 66?
1966, referee Leo Horn whistles his last soccer match. Ajax, Bulgaria.
Huh. All right.
1968, 12,000 people die in 7.8 earthquake, which destroys 60,000 buildings in northeastern Iran. 60,000, holy cow.
60,000 buildings, 12,000 deaths, 7.8. That is big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is a weird name.
1968, Garfield Sobers became the first cricketer to hit 6 sixes in 1 over.
Cricket.
Yep.
Thank you.
You sure hornswoggle that Gucho bracket.
Yep.
Quit reading. Makes no sense. Just
1968, Roy faces ties with Wes Johnson, record of 802 pitching appearances with club.
Huh. So like, is that baseball pitching? But you know, you can pitch in cricket. You can pitch in.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna look up this really quick just to see what sport it was.
Well, Roy Face was.
Baseball. Okay.
Yeah, good, great pitcher.
Okay. Well, I was wondering if it was rugby, you know, cricket, baseball, what? 1970, Lonnie McLucas, a Black Panther activist, was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder. You know, while those Black Panthers, you know, were a hateful, you know, group. You know, like they were, you know, a supremacist of another flavor, so to speak. 1970 as well, Moluccans occupied Indonesian ambassador's home in Westernar. That sounds like some kind of like resistance movement or something. Republic of South Maluku. Okay. So I have a feeling that this is, you know, I'm just going to look up Moluccans. Who were the Moluccans? Let's see here. Moluccans. Okay. The Austronesian speaking and Papuan speaking ethnic groups indigenous to the Maluku Islands. The region was historically known as the Spice Islands, and today consists of 2 Indonesian provinces of Maluku and North Maluku. As such, Moluccans is used as a blanket term for the various ethnic and linguistic groups native to the islands. So, yeah, in eastern Indonesia.
Yeah.
So it was these people, they occupied the ambassador's home in Westernar. So it's some kind of political something happening going
Protest
on.
of some sort.
Yeah. 1971, an inquiry into allegations of brutality by the by the security forces against those interned without trial in Northern Ireland is announced. Here we go again, like more troubles. Just set them free. All of these terrorists would stop being terrorists if you just gave them what they wanted, freedom. You know, stop imposing your will upon them, Britain. I know how much you want to hold the vice grips on the little vestiges of you have, you know, left of your empire, but it's gone. Just let him go. Same with Scotland. 1971, the Beatle John Lennon left England for his final time, moving to New York City. Yeah. What do we got here in 1972?
Soviet gymnast Olga Korbut wins balance beam and floor exercise gold medals on the Munich Olympics. Follows gold into the teams all around.
All right.
She's the first gymnast to score a 10 on the balance beam.
Ah.
Olga Orbit.
All right.
One of the all-time great gymnasts. From Yugoslavia or Russia or something?
Russia. Soviet gymnast.
Okay.
Oh, well, actually, that could mean anything.
Oh, her again.
Belarus.
Yeah.
She's from Belarus.
Okay,
there we go. So, yeah. But there's a, I'm going to see if I can find it. Banned. Was it banned? Forbidden? Let's see if I can find it on YouTube really quick, because there's a forbidden gymnast.
Oh.
Let's see if I can find it here, though. Gym. Oh, this one here. Like, I was saving this for for King's Entertainment. But I
Band
just want to play
Deathloop.
this. The band Deadloop. Oh, of Olga Korbut. So this is the same girl. I did not realize that. 1972 Olympics. It was the first and last time this trick was documented.
She stole the whole show.
Yeah. But this is like too dangerous. Like, so that's why it's banned, or whatever reason this is banned.
Oh yeah, that's. What the?
She was pretty young too.
17.
It might not be her first Olympics. She may have had the one before that.
Wow, that was crazy.
13, 14 years old?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Well, let's see
But
here.
She did stole the show.
Well, she was born in 1955, and this is the 72, so this would make her 17. I did the math the other day. We've talked about her 3 times now, like in a row.
Okay.
Yesterday and the day before.
Well,
So-
if you're going to talk Olympic phenomenon, you should have been talking about her 3 times because she was absolutely
That was
stunning.
nuts.
Yeah. Well, this is her first
Olga
Olympics
Korbut.
was 72, so
Okay,
this is
so
when
that
she
was
was
her first.
17.
I thought she was younger than that.
No.
But obviously not.
Well, she could have been, doing Olympic, not Olympics, but other gymnastics things like, other state finals or whatever it is that.
She's known for the Olympics. Though.
Yes. But that was wild, like, that.
Yeah.
And that is now banned. You can't do that in the Olympics anymore. So. What else do we got? 1973.
1973, bowler Earl Anthony wins PBA National Championship. Begins first of 2 three-peats.
I don't know what a three-peat. So like a repeat, a three-peat or something?
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
sure.
won 3 times in a row.
Ah, all right. And this is bowling. I think
Yeah.
this is the first time we've actually.
National championship. He won the national championship 3 times in a row. 3-peat.
I'm fairly certain we have, but I don't recollect ever talking about bowling on the show before.
No.
So,
Probably not.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
1974, pirate radio Veronica moved into Scheveningen in Netherlands Harbor. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know what that means.
a pirate radio, like
Oh,
illegal
okay.
radio. So
Okay.
they moved. Like,
Okay, yeah.
so, usually they get shut down or something, or maybe they
Well, they
did. and
keep
moved.
moving.
I'm not sure.
So they don't get shut down.
Yeah. 1976, the Mexican peso was devalued. All right.
What a surprise.
Yeah. 76 as well. Trinidad and Tobago adopted constitution. I think we spoke about them yesterday. So, 77, Ian Smith, espousing racial segregation, wins Rhodesian general election with 80% of overwhelmingly white electoral votes.
Wait a
Hell
minute.
yeah.
Ian Smith, that's got to be the lead for Jethro Tull, which is a rock band. How does that coordinate with that?
Well, this is somebody else.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm way off. It's Ian Anderson. What's the matter with me? Never mind. Never mind. I was way off.
You're confusing me on so many levels.
Forget it. I'm so far off on that. Just move on.
Well,
I don't know why I interjected Ian Anderson into Ian Smith.
well, they both start with Ian.
Ian, yeah,
Ian.
same first name.
Ian!
Oh man.
Yeah.
What was that? The big fat Greek wedding or
The
something?
big, fat Greek wedding.
Yeah, that was a good
Ian.
movie.
Yeah, it was. I saw it for the first time while we were out in.
I love the father. Everything with Windex. Fixed
Yeah.
everything with Windex.
Yeah, let's see it.
Ian.
That's
his really uptight parents.
Yeah, is this it here?
I don't know.
I'm trying
they're
to.
such opposites.
I'm trying to find like what I just referenced. The entire Ian. Maybe it's not even this scene. I'm
No,
not
I
sure.
don't think that is.
And the children?
It's earlier than that.
Oh, here we go. Meet the family. Is this it here?
Yeah.
This is.
Meet the family would be it. They all turn and go, yeah.
Oh, here. Is it?
Never think. Christ is risen for came. Oh, is this him?
Yeah, sorry, everyone, this is Ian.
Hey, welcome to the show, Hollywood haters. How you doing, man? Oh, he's muted. Oh well.
Give me a second. I'm on the phone with my kid real quick. I'll be right back.
All right,
okay. What were you gonna say, King?
Nothing.
Okay. 1978. We have the Constitution adopted by Sri Lanka. All right.
Okay.
Good.
Hope it's a good constitution.
That's usually the hope. 78 as well. Emily and William Harris pled guilty to the 1974 kidnapping of American publishing heiress Patty Hearst.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's
when
when.
Found familiar for some reason.
Yeah.
Couldn't place it though, so that's it.
1979, Comet Howard, Kumar, and Michaels collided with the sun, and I think we spoke about that yesterday as well. So can you imagine? It collided with the sun. Let me see if I can find it. Well, yes, of course it lost. One's a little bigger than the other, but it was wild. Let's see, what was that? 70 something. So let's see if I can find it really well. Well, already way past it. Oh, here we go. 1979, first recorded occurrence of a comet hitting the sun releases energy equal to 1 million hydrogen bombs.
Woo-hoo!
1 million hydrogen bombs. That's enough destructive power to just obliterate the planet.
Many times over.
Yeah, 1 million.
Many times over.
So, yikes. Hey, we're all on camera. Yo, 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 yo. And you know what? You gotta start growing a beard because you're the odd man out. Everybody else here has beards.
Yeah, Benjamin T.
Yeah.
Is that your new T? You're muted, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
Hollywood, you're muted.
Oh, I said I figure I wear this right here for the founding fathers. The tattooed Benjamin Franklin T.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's different Big Ben, but yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, this is pretty old T, Ben.
Yeah.
Pretty cool though. Thanks.
I want.
Yeah, he's got the independence and stuff. It's all tattooed on his arms and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Can you show his arm? I saw his tattoos and everything, but can you show it again, like?
Yeah.
Really quick.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Liberty. So yeah, he has a "Don't tread on me" snake right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It says "Don't tread on me."
Yeah.
Yeah. And nowadays, I think they changed it to "Don't tread on me, I'll come."
Yeah.
Like the shirt.
It's this week, but.
Yeah. What else do we got? 1980, good Sir King.
Oh, not to cut you off or whatever. But hey, Timmy, man, he looks like your dog, man.
Ah.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Like my old one.
His name is Troy.
Ah.
All right, go ahead.
1980, Poland Solidarity Trade Union Federation's formed and is officially recognized by the Polish government.
All right. So, trade unions.
Yeah.
The Gdańsk Agreement is signed, allowing Polish citizens to bring democratic changes within the communist political structure. Yay!
Ooh. All right. That's good stuff.
1981, good year. MLB Kansas City Royals fire manager Jim Frey replaced him with Dick Hauser.
Why does Dick Hauser sound familiar? Like, oh, Huelhauser, that's why.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
like
Huelhauser.
We saw
awesome.
him.
Yeah.
We saw him once at the beach. He was there was some kite thing or something. He was Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Reggie Roby used to go to the middle school that I went to or whatever. I don't know. Did you ever go to Logan, Timmy?
Yeah, I went there.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah. Reggie Roby. Yeah, he like graduated from there or whatever. He was like he was like a famous punter, dude. Like I think he was like one of the most famous punters, or something.
JJ Moses used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs. He graduated from East High.
Oh really? Nice.
Yeah.
JJ Moses. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
He played for the Hawkeyes, I believe.
Yeah, he used to go. I think that dude. He was in like my grade or something, isn't he?
Yeah.
Moses, maybe like a grade under me or something. I think.
He was. Yeah. I think he was a grade over me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
1984 here. Pinklin Thomas defeated Tim Witherspoon in 12 for heavyweight boxing title. So yeah. Not as much as the 15 rounds we covered yesterday, but whenever we talk about I think I'm gonna have a rule for boxing. It has to be 10 rounds or more because that's a lot of stamina. Like
Yeah. What about a knockout?
Yeah, it is.
Knockout,
Dude. You get gassed out indefinitely
Try
if
to
you
go
don't
one
have
round,
stamina.
3
Dude.
minutes. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Even one round with a 90-year-old man, dude, is still wind you out. You'd be like, whoa. I don't think I'm built for this walk.
Yeah.
It's like getting up off the couch and going walking after you ain't been nowhere in a year or so. Call for a ride halfway.
Yeah. 1985, Procus set trotting mile record of 1 minute 53.4 seconds at Dew Quinn, Illinois. I wonder if that still stands. The trotting mile. So there's only you're trotting within a mile.
No, that's horse racing.
Yeah.
That's
it's
a
horse
little bucket on the back.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Those are trotters. You're sitting behind the horse.
And here I was thinking that trot is just like horse, just kind of like.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, they do.
Like when they stand on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they're riding on a Roman cart almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
exactly
chariot.
right.
A chariot.
Yep.
85 as well. Angel Cordero Jr. became third jockey to ride horses, earning over $100 million. Wow. Wow.
That's wild, dude. I didn't even know they got paid like that.
That's a lot
Timmy,
of money.
what's up, man? You like horses? Our cousin has horses, Tim. We need to get in this game. $100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 1985. $100 million.
1985 money, for real.
Yeah, that's like what? $100 million in 85 is like what? $1 billion today, at least, probably. I would say.
Don't know. I've tried calculating.
I'd say $500,000.
I've tried calculating like just tens of millions of dollars with currency calculator, and it breaks it. So hundreds of millions is incalculable, really, unless you like do some extensive research.
Yeah,
or something.
it's the amount of money that they just start slowly taking from you, and you don't even notice. It's so much.
Change the zeros. $100 is $500, then $100 million is $500 million.
I guess.
It'd be allowed. I'd say it'd be $500,000.
Yeah. 85 as well.
That's junk.
Yeah, 85 as well. Night Stalker suspect that terrorized California was captured in East LA.
Ooh.
Do you remember that? Like a Night Stalker?
Richard Ramirez, wasn't it? Yeah, Richard Ramirez, wasn't
I
it?
think you're right.
Yeah,
big
yeah.
time.
He used to go on. He used to ride the trains, right? Yeah, he used to ride on those trains or something, right? He went from town to town and killing people.
Everybody was looking over their shoulder.
Now that is really interesting.
Yeah.
That this happens on the same calendar date as the first victim of Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Ain't that wild? It's almost like it was planned, even, huh?
Yeah, that's weird.
Right.
Yeah, Richard Ramirez. He was the dude who had like that weird shit tattooed in the palm of his hand, right? He had like all that like weird shit in there. Yeah, he was like a Hispanic dude or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, I think he was like trying to glorify the was it the BT, not the BTK killer, but the who's the dude who had the bag on his head with the cross?
Son of Sam?
Yeah, that dude.
Oh,
yeah, the
Son
dude
of Sam. That
received
was
orders
more
from
of
a
the
dog.
East Coast, right?
Yeah, the dog guy.
Ah.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
But I can relate to that, dude. If a barking dog nonstop will drive you mad.
Yeah, like every now and then, like we hear, well, like whenever we go out for a walk, there's that one house that has that dog that just comes out like.
Yeah, not just always
like,
for no reason, you know.
Yeah.
Starving for attention.
What do we got here in '86, good Sir King?
1986, Russian cargo ship crashes into cruise ship Admiral Nakov Ifmol, and 398 die.
Yikes!
That's not good.
Whoa. You know,
That's Titanic-ish.
Yeah.
How can you never hear of anything like that with a big ship like that going down? You never even heard of anything like it, you know?
Those deaths, 400 deaths. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The 2 deaths of the Admiral Nakhabib.
Yeah. If it was an American death, they'd be like, there was 3 people that just died in a submarine. Oh wait, it wasn't a submarine. It was a blow-up balloon with a Mad Catz controller.
Huh.
You know, and they put that on TV. So you would definitely think that they would put that, you know, that Russian ship on there because that would probably have international people from all over, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, depending on which cruise ship they hit.
What else do we got?
1987, Kurt Strange gets Gulf earning for a year record. Cool. $697,385. God.
Wow.
Damn.
In 1 year. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
it's
those
definitely.
people who just They just look at the bank all day long, you know, and just watch it.
It's definitely in the millions now.
Fragment.
1987.
They've got to be making.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
They got to be make more. That I think that'd be the low ball, or maybe halfway down the list. You know,
it's like, does that
half mil per year?
Does that kind of currency even really exist on paper though? Like in bullion and shit, is it really even there?
Well, absolutely not. If you want to start talking about, you know, is the U.S. dollar backed by gold? No, it hasn't been for.
Oh no, the gold standard. Oh hell no.
Like
no, it used to be.
What is it? Like,
it used to be.
What is it?
There was a $20 gold coin.
It's like 0.03% of our entire economy is actual physical money. Like almost.
Yeah.
Like,
so if you were a billionaire, say, like, and I went to the bank, right, and I'm like, yo, I want to get out $5 billion. Like they more than likely are not going to give you that.
I'm not even sure if $5 billion exists in total physically. You know.
Right. I wonder how they would do that if you wanted your shit. Because could they deny you it? Like, no, we can't give it to you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure what the legal amount you're supposed to hold in your bank.
In your bank? I don't know what that is,
but there is a limit.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a limit that you can have in your bank?
No, a limit to how much you can take out.
A minimum amount because.
Oh yeah, no, a minimum. Yeah, or whatever.
Little amount, but that's
I have to give it to you, but
they're getting that shit out and into the market as soon as they possibly can.
Oh, so they're basically they're gambling on your money, basically loaning that shit out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So once you give it,
through loans and whatnot.
Yeah, you're not really getting cold currency back ever again.
Well, your money goes around the world. They take a piece of exchange all around the world. And if you demand your $1 billion,
I mean, unless you
they have to give it to
buy
you, give it to
physical
you over
gold,
an extended period of time.
I mean, you really don't. I mean, they can raise inflation, and that little piece of paper you had could be worthless, but that piece of gold you happen to buy,
always had that value.
It will always have the value. So unless you're buying physical, metals.
Well, how the fuck is that going to work? Like, they're saying that potentially that the Democrats, they want to pre-tax your money that's sitting in the bank that you're saving. They want to pre-tax that annuity and take that money from you before you even spend it.
Well, I don't want to be a party pooper here, guys, but we still have 50 years to go, so we got to get back on track here. 1987, Michael Jackson.
Dude, I'm hoping to get 50 more in.
Yeah. What do we got here? 87, good Sir King?
South Africa, as long as mine strike and history ends.
You missed a big one, though, just before it.
Michael Jackson's Bad video, directed by Martin Scorsese, premieres during TV special.
Scorsese?
Michael Jackson's The Magic Returns on CBS.
What?
Yeah,
Scorsese?
Scorsese directed the Bad music video that we all know and love. So.
Wow, that's wild, right? Because you think he's only getting motion pictures, but I suppose a Michael Jackson video.
Like, didn't he also direct The Shining? Was that Scorsese as well?
Could have been. Don't know.
Or maybe that was somebody else.
I don't think it was Scorsese. I thought The Shining was like a Stephen King joint, wasn't it?
Well, no, that's the novel. He wrote the novel, but the actual movie, directed by somebody, because there's a whole conspiracy between that and the whole moon hoax thing,
oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never seen The Shining before.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I really haven't watched a whole lot of older movies.
On this date in history, A.O. Xander has seen a movie that somebody else has not. What the hell is happening?
Dude, you've probably seen a lot of movies that I haven't seen, believe it or not. Well, unless my grandma has them on VHS at her house recorded. More than likely I didn't see it.
Well, King here has been learning how uncultured I am,
How uncultured? You live in California. You should be more progressive than anybody in this party.
Well, anyway.
You would think just in general.
Yeah, well,
this is the bee's knees out there.
It used to be. 1987 as well, the Great Potato Incident. Minor league Williamsport Bills catcher Dave Grisham attempted to lure an opposing base runner off third base using a potato carved to look like a baseball.
What? That's fucking dirty, dude.
Umpire calls runner safe, and the catcher is fined $50 and released by the team.
No, dude. That's worse than getting caught with a jar of Vaseline in your back pocket.
That's awesome.
A fucking potato, dude. Like, yo, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. That's some Willie Mays Hayes shit, dude. Like, they should have did that on what is that, Major League, you know, or whatever it is.
Oh, that gives a meaning. Putting some starch on it, a whole new outlook, you know.
So, right.
Yeah. 1988, we have a 5-day power blackout of downtown Seattle began. Ooh, that's not good.
5 day?
Yeah.
That's
Yikes.
a long time.
Yeah. Especially out here, you know. So,
Bro.
yeah.
Oh, look at it now.
No one would
It's
have
probably
everything.
longer than that now.
88 as well.
Nobody would have
Arbitrator.
anything left. Yeah, no, stolen.
1988 as well. Arbitrator George Nicolau ruled owners conspired against free agents. Ooh. So it has to be baseball.
Yeah.
You know, whole free
Talking
agency
money
thing.
here.
Yeah. Yep. We also have a bomb attack on the
baseball is
office
big.
of a bomb attack on the office of South Africa Council of Churches. The office of churches. What the hell? You know,
That's wild there.
You know, to those who say that there isn't a war against Christianity, there definitely is, and it didn't start anytime recently. It's been an ongoing thing ever since the beginning in 300.
Beginning of time.
So, 89. Well, we got that one. So, what do we have in 1990?
Baseball outfielders Ken Gifford Jr. and Ken Griffey and Ken Gifford Jr. became the first father and son to play on the same team. Seattle Mariners, the pair hit back-to-back singles in the first inning and both scored.
Hoorah!
That's kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
1990, East and West Germany signed a treaty to join legal and political systems.
That's big. The reunification of Germany, you know, it's like, didn't all start at once, you know, a little piecemeal here and there, and this is one of them. So.
Oh, yeah.
1991, Hughes' quarterback, David Klinger, sets NCAA double record with 6 touchdown passes in the second quarter as the Cougars clobbered Louisiana Tech. Oh, shit, 73-3. Wow.
Right.
That's score.
Record still stands, you said.
No, it says question mark. Does the record still stand?
Score right there.
And that was.
I would have to imagine that's a hell of a fucking offside match right there.
Although, like, you know, the most one-sided football match of all time, I believe.
6 TDs in a quarter. You know, you're gonna kind of beat the hell out of them.
Well, let's see here.
That is running up the score. That's like when Florida State plays like A&M type shit, you know.
Oh.
Most one-sided college football.
Oh, now you're talking a different deal.
Miami Hurricanes and North Carolina A&T, I bet.
You gotta go back to the early times.
No, Georgia Tech defeated the Bulldogs 222-0.
What? 222?
Yeah.
At what point did the team come on the field?
1916.
Okay, there you go.
1916.
Yeah. So,
220. You be running back so many. You fucking running back so many touchdowns and shit, dude. The team would be dead tired, bro, and they're still beating you that bad. It's like they got their third string guys got 15 touchdowns and shit. You know. That's wild.
Wild.
Look at those twos, dude. Just 2. You know, it couldn't be done better. That's crazy, dude.
It's got to be somewhere around the time they had invented the forward
They
pass.
adjust your webcam there.
Made the game a whole different game.
Hollywood.
60. Oh
Good
yeah.
Sir
Oh, I
King.
was looking at the computer over here. That's
Good Sir King, I'm going to let you take over for a minute. I have to go into the other room and sneeze myself to death because I just can't get rid of this. I'll be right back.
All right. 1991, Uzbekistan. Oh, I've never heard that one before. Declares independence from Soviet Union. Oh, okay.
Ukrainian.
Following the failed coup on Moscow. Ooh. Got some coups going on.
Yeah.
1991. Yeah. William H. Webster ends his term as fourth team director of the CIA, only person to head both the CIA and FBI.
I thought that was. I thought didn't George Senior do that as well?
I don't. He was in the FBI, I believe.
I know he's in the CIA.
Yeah, I thought he.
Or
yeah,
CIA.
I thought he was in both. Wasn't he? He was only. he wasn't the only person to be in them both at the same time. I thought, wasn't he? But I never heard of that guy before.
I don't think he would have done these at the same time, did he? He did it, but not simultaneously.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he was like, he held one before the other.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it is possible to hold both positions at once.
Well, I think it was right when they were both like up and coming in the 60s, like when JFK was president and stuff like that. So I don't know if he was in the CIA and ran the FBI, maybe, or headed the FBI, or maybe the other way around.
Well,
maybe it was like one or the other.
I think
pretty established.
if it was at the same time, I would think it would say head of both the FBI and the CIA at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah, but remember the CIA? They were trying to act like it didn't exist or whatever. They weren't acknowledging it
It
or
says
whatever.
here, let me read this. William Webster is a U.S. attorney best known as the only person to have served as director of both the Federal Bureau of Investigation from 1978 through 1987 and the Central Intelligence Agency from 87 to 91. So it's not at the same time.
Oh, to be the head.
Yeah, no, he was the head
So he was the
of
head.
both of them,
All right.
not in unison, but one before the other.
Oh, right. Yeah, see, I think what I heard, it might not be correct or not, but I just heard that Bush was in them both at the same time.
Well, he could have been in them both, but he's not heading them both.
Yeah. No, I don't know if he was the head of one of them and in the other. You know, it was like it may be a conspiracy theory, you know, at best, you know, or whatever. But
I feel like he's gonna talk to me about some unsolved mysteries.
Huh.
Doesn't he look like that guy?
We got this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
America's Most
John
Wanted,
Boston,
right?
badass.
No,
Yeah,
unsolved
John
mysteries
Boston.
guy.
Let's see here. Unsolved
Oh
Mysteries.
yeah, he's the creepy dude with the coat, bro. Yeah, he's
the
with
trench
the weird
coat
voice.
guy.
Yeah, he's got that. And I see the ghost. Do you believe it's true? Yeah,
This
that dude.
guy.
I used to get
Yeah,
scared
there
of
you
that
go.
shit, man.
Huh.
A
Yeah,
lot like him, I think.
He does, yeah, wow. Like the tie and the brown jacket.
it's the coat, dude. It's the coat, man.
It's the
Yeah.
coat that
It's
ties it
federal-
together for
federally
sure.
issued outfit.
Interesting.
Look at it. It's all pressed, dude. Doesn't even have a wrinkle in it, dude. When you see jackets
No,
like that,
not a
dude,
wrinkle.
it's always wrinkled, bro. This is starched up.
Yeah. 1992, a
Potato.
dynamite explosion in a mine in the Philippines killed 500.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Damn.
Oh boy.
We never heard about that.
Yeah, well. There's a lot of things we don't hear about. That's why we do this show. 93, HMS
500 people. That's
Mercury.
catastrophic.
Yeah, 1993, HMS Mercury, the Royal Navy's communications training establishment, closed after 52 years of commission. Wow.
It's a long time.
Yeah. They got to train somewhere somehow. You
Yeah.
know, so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
93 as well, the Minnesota Twins defeated Cleveland Indians 5-4 in 22 innings.
Ooh, go Twinkies.
That's 3 7-inning stretches with change. 7, 14, 21, 22,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Dude, baseball used to be a waiting game, man, back then. You know,
yeah.
like nowadays everybody hits home runs and shit. Back then,
well,
you know, you just had
Yeah.
this power hitter.
Yeah.
You know.
With 1994, the last Russian soldiers left Estonia and Latvia, and that has to be, you know, after the collapse of the Soviet Union and everything. Estonia and Latvia, you know, being 2 of the 3 Baltic states, the other being Lithuania.
Yeah.
So, 94 as well, Pentium computer defeated world chess champ Garry Kasparov. Yeah, that was when you know, the baton is being passed, so to speak. So we got
Get beat by
a computer.
AI.
Yeah.
84 AI.
Yep. 94 as well. The Provisional Irish Republican Army, Sinn Féin, declared a ceasefire in Northern Ireland. All right, so that's good. 97, King. This is one of the bigger ones.
Ooh.
So here we go.
Oh yeah. 1997, Diana, Princess of Wales, dies in a car crash in a road tunnel in Paris, surrounded by, and only that, surrounded by many people that could have helped her out, but instead of helping her out, they decided to take pictures, and because
Oh, really?
they were all a bunch of ass. They were photographers, man.
Yeah.
They all wanted to get
really?
their picture,
Yeah.
and so instead of helping,
people seen her get hurt and shit and didn't help her out. That's dirty, dude.
Yeah.
no, they sat there and took pictures.
Yeah. Very much like how, like,
Wow.
pretty much anybody acts in today's world. Whenever there's an accident, what's the first thing everybody does? They whip out their phones and they start recording.
Yeah, dude,
You know?
I hate that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I will punch a cell phone right out of some motherfucker's hand, dude, randomly, just pow. I hate that shit, dude. It's like, yo, people are allowed to their privacy, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yo,
I'm
you don't
with you
need
on
to
that.
record this situation. You're not even in on it. You know, people are rolling up in their car and shit,
Yeah.
dude. Like, whoa, we got it. You know, and then they're putting you on the internet in one of your worst moments and shit. You know, like nobody else ever has a bad day.
Yeah.
It's shitty, dude.
97 as well. Don Mattingly's number 23 jersey was retired by the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a great one.
Yeah. We also have Eddie George ran for 216 yards on 35 carries and scored a touchdown as the Oilers, playing their first NFL game in Tennessee, defeated Oakland 24-21 in overtime at the Liberty Bowl in Memphis.
Yeah,
Tennessee Titans. Eddie George, he was one of my favorite players, man, when he was in college at Ohio State.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Ohio State was super powerhouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, every time, dude. I don't know why, man, but it seems like they might have the deck stacked in their favor.
97 as well. Last episode of Rolanda aired. I don't know what that is. I just put that in there in case anybody knew what that was. But
Never heard of that.
this one scares me. 98. North Korea reportedly launched the Kwangmyeong song, its first satellite. So
nice.
Oh,
reportedly.
Then it came right back down into the ocean.
Like there's a bit of North Korean propaganda where like they showcase their satellite reaching space, but it's so obvious. It's so obvious CG. Like let's see, North Korea.
Is it worse than that than the one in India where they had the little like rocket ship from that Atari game? And it's like landing on the moon and shit.
Really?
It's like, come on, dude. And they're like cheering. They're like, yeah, we made it. It's like, dude, that is not your rocket ship landing on the moon.
Well, yeah. Well,
It looked like it was from Galaga.
I haven't heard about that, but
It was bad, dude. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, man.
But the one I'm specifically talking about is like, they broadcasted it to the North Korean people, and of course, North Koreans, aren't really gonna know.
Yeah,
but to us, more educated people and everything, it's taken with like with angles and things that it's impossible to do from in space.
They don't have that technology. Yeah.
Wrapping up this millennium in 1999, the first of a series of apartment bombings in Moscow, killing one person and wounding 40 others. What is going on in Moscow?
Damn.
Like,
terrors, man, terror.
But you don't really think of like terrorist activity in Russia, really.
Oh, yeah,
well, Russia is one of the biggest Muslim countries in the world, I think, isn't
Muslim.
it?
Oh yeah, they have a lot of Muslims.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, dude. Yeah, they are, dude. They have a vast population, bro.
Huh. All right.
I'd say at least 1/3 of the country.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, if not more, probably.
Well, that explains a lot of things. What do we got here in 2004?
Give me a second here.
All right. Barbara
Research
Pierce
material.
Bush, twin daughter of President George W. Bush, gave a speech to the Republican
What?
convention.
That's George Bush Jr.'s sister?
That's one of his daughters.
Yeah. This is the twin
George
sister
Bush
of
Jr.'s
George
daughter?
W. Bush.
Yeah. The second one.
Yeah.
The son.
Oh, so the son has a twin.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. The president's son has twin daughters. So they
Oh,
have
he has.
twin grandchildren too.
HW.
HW.
See what happens when they name themselves George and George? You get all confused.
Good luck.
Where the hell's George Foreman?
Oh wow.
He named all his kids George.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like
wild?
17.
And
And then
even his
he
daughter's
named
Georgette or something,
one
right?
of them something else, dude. Yeah, one of them has a different name, but the rest are all named George.
Huh.
I think he even has a girl named like Georgetta or some
that's
shit,
what
dude.
you
I
said.
don't even
You
know.
want to talk about an egomaniacal lunatic, that guy.
What kind of woman is down for that type of shit, dude? At what point, George 5, do we just stop?
Yeah.
George with a J, George with a G.
Sir King, 2005. Oh, a
Great.
stampede on Al Amaya Bridge in Baghdad killed 1,199 people. Jeez.
I take it collapsed?
Well, no, a stampede. They run over, they got stepped on.
Okay.
That's crazy, right?
I mean, that happens all the time with the Dome of the Rock, or not the Dome of the Rock, but the
Running of the
Hajj.
Bulls or whatever that?
The Hajj into
Oh,
Saudi
yeah.
Arabia. There's
Yeah,
stampedes, people cry. Happens all the time out here during Black Friday.
Oh, yeah, I suppose, dude.
No, it's
People
not
used
a
to go
laughing matter.
fucking
There's actually a
crazy over
death
there.
calculator. Like,
Oh, yeah. I believe it, dude. People fucking go crazy over the ridiculous shit on Black Friday. It's like, bro, it's a Lego.
Yeah. Black Friday death count. There's an actual website here. So far, we
That's
have
wild.
17 deaths and 125 injuries entirely. So, like,
From when, though?
Wow.
well, this goes back as far as 2010. An employee self-deletion at Zanesville, Joanne closed the store for Black Friday. So, an employee offed himself.
So in
What? He was like, I'm
years,
tired of
we've
this
had how many
shit.
deaths? 17?
I can't handle it.
17 deaths and
Jeez.
125 injuries. Yeah.
I had no idea.
2018.
And it's all over stuff.
2018, a man at 27 was shot to death parking in a parking lot in South Keys, Ottawa. So,
Yeah,
Canada.
people shoot people in the foot over TVs and shit. It's like, yo, if you really do the math, guys, it's only $80 off.
Well, I mean, it's not just the murders; it's the people who got stomped to death and all that stuff. I mean, like, let's see if I can.
Yeah,
find...
see that shit's crazy, dude. Like, how can people be that uncivilized to run after products that are? You could sit at home on the internet and get realistically.
Well,
if
you know,
wanted
as
to.
the meme goes, only in the United States of America can we, the day after being thankful for what we have, go and trample our fellow human beings over things that we want. You know, it's the day
I
after
think they
Thanksgiving.
actually replaced the day that we're thankful for with that day too.
Yeah, yeah.
I think. Yeah. I think that I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like holidays nowadays are just inconvenient for a lot of people.
Well, they
Because
are.
when I was younger, dude, everybody put up fucking shit from wall to wall, man. Even the poorest people put up, you know, decor and shit. Nowadays, you won't even see a fucking snowman in the
Well, because it's
most
expensive
wealthiest
to do
areas.
anything. Like, it's expensive. I mean, like, you know, like, we've had, how long have we had some of our Christmas lights and such? 20 years? Like, you know, like...
Way more than 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, people won't even acknowledge it, you know, like, call their family and say, Merry Christmas, you know, they'll just go right to the store and just be waiting there to get into the
Everybody
store.
wants
You know,
crap
it's
and
like,
forgets what it's about.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody's lost
Yeah,
their minds.
canceled.
in
Christmas is
consumerism.
canceled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
They
of
forgot
awful
the meaning
things-
of that shit.
Speaking of awful things, well, this one turned out well. 2006, stolen on August 22nd, 2004, Edvard Munch's famous painting, The Scream, was recovered from a raid by Norwegian police. The painting was said to be in a better-than-expected condition. So somebody has stolen...
Better than expected.
Yeah. And you have a mouse pad that has this.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I used to.
yeah.
Yeah, that thing, you see that thing all over the place, like
Yeah.
on ties, on all kinds of shit.
And well, nowadays, like, this is just every YouTuber's clickbait thumbnail ever, you know?
Yeah, it's
You know,
Sending-
red circle,
Definitely.
like...
Sending you a video of the play.
definitely not my
the-
style. but-
They landed on the South Pole of the moon, and it is the real. But there's some fake footage floating around trying to make people believe that they didn't do it, but they indeed landed on the southern pole of the moon, and here's the footage.
It's very blurry. Oh, here we go.
Is that India?
Well, they're landing
No,
on
this
the
is the
moon,
moon.
so
Moon landing.
Oh, so this is India's moon landing.
yes.
Okay. All right.
Where's the video with the little ship though, where it looks like
I
a little
don't know. You're
cartoon?
gonna have to find that. I couldn't find it.
that shit, dude. Yeah, and the people are like, just dude, they're going ape shit. It almost looks like our stock market.
You
I'm
want
like,
to know
whoa,
something?
what the heck?
You want to know something interesting about the Indian space program?
Huh?
And I forgot like what exact mission that they were doing, but like you know the movie Gravity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's interesting is that the money spent to make that movie, you know, like like a movie about going into space, so a fictitious thing, was more than the amount India actually spent to send something into space.
There you go.
Like
Really?
yeah, India spent less money sending something actual into real space than it cost to make a fictitious movie about, you know, space.
Hello, Bollywood.
Yeah. Well, no,
Wow.
not even Bollywood.
No?
No. The movie Gravity is from us. It's a
Oh,
U.S.
okay.
movie.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying
Okay.
is it costs more to make a movie about space
I
than it
got you.
did
Yeah,
to
no, I
actually
got
get
you.
to space.
But I thought India made the movie, so
No.
we made the movie.
No, we made the movie.
Okay.
No.
I've never seen it.
It's terrifying. At least the very beginning, it's ooh.
Yeah,
actually,
it's terrifying.
After
Hey, I
after
sent you
this-
that link, Alexander.
after this show, I'd like to show you like the opening moments of them. It's terrifying. What do we got in 2009?
Oh, shit. Oh, how do we pull the script? 2009. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll read it. The Walt Disney Company purchased Marvel, blah, 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 for $4.24 billion.
Billion?
Burns it!
Yeah.
Not as fast as they burned Star Wars, but
Oh wow.
they still burn it.
Oh.
So, woof.
They tore it up, huh? Star Wars kind of got the
loon here. The loon here got me into Star Wars when I was a wee little lad. I would say I'm the first. Like, you know, I'm gonna go on a bold move. I'm gonna say I'm the first of my generation to be a fan of Star Wars. You know, because
no doubt.
And there's a gap when kids didn't know what Star Wars was.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I've never seen Star Wars.
Yeah, we have the original trilogy in the original box set from the '80s. Like we still have it.
Yeah.
VHS tapes. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and actually, I think.
Yeah.
I think that was before they even remastered. Like, remember the old first time?
You gotta figure out how to put those on digital. Put it on a CD or something, man. We'll watch it. That'd be awesome.
Well, yeah. Well, if you have a VHS tape player, right, you can take your VHS pre-outs and put them into your TV, and then you should be able to mirror your TV to, like, you know, your computer or your phone, right?
I'm not
and then
sure.
watch it like that.
But like, I believe on the original tape, like the one, like the very first time I saw Star Wars, this is the first time I saw the Emperor. It was the very bad version. Remember this? And then they later remastered it.
It should be the bad version.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, dude, they're taking all the original copies of movies, dude, and they're rebranding that shit, dude.
Oh well, don't even get me started on all that.
It's messed up, dude. It's So like that Star Wars that you have right now, and 20 years from now, if nobody has that shit, dude, the people will just forget that one even existed and just try to Mandela effect that shit. It's like, it's not a Mandela effect. They're just rebranding everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not Captain Crunch. It's Cap'n Crunch because it's a different fucking kind of cereal, dude. It's not the same shit.
Well, plus he doesn't even have like, you know, Captain is like 4 stripes on the sleeve. He only has 3, so he's not even.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's capping like he's making fun, you know, like cap in. He's Cap'n Crunch.
Well,
you know, he's capping on Cap'n Crunch.
It's also a way to subliminally cause illiteracy, you know, within the youth. Because if you look at Trix, it's Trix. Like if you look at cereal and like, all the, you know, silly little ways, you know, like Toys R Us, Kids R Us.
People can't spell and shit, dude. They'd be like, thanks, THX.
No, legitimately, like, that is a campaign to try to cause
hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah. Ebonics, you know, like Ebonics. So,
let me ask you.
What do we got in 2012?
Didn't do nothing. 2012, Apple loses.
World was gonna blow up, remember?
Yeah, all right. Dispute.
Oh no, that was Y2K, right? Or no, Y2K was 2000.
Y2K.
2012 was 2012 was Doomsday. Yeah, remember that shit? The Doomsday shit.
Yeah.
Mayan's Doomsday. Yeah.
Well, that was also before the advent of leap year and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, the world's going to end. No, you just turn the page.
Yeah.
Oh, there's pages.
What do we got here in 2012?
Apple loses its patent disputes with Samsung in Tokyo, Japan.
Hey!
The hell yeah!
And actually, I believe Apple still to this day utilizes Samsung hardware in their products. So like the whole rivalry between Apple and Samsung, it's all bogus. It's all BS. It's all a way to divide us. Because at the end of the day, they're in bed together. Literally, Apple uses Samsung hardware in their iPhones. So Samsung hardware is when it comes down to the phones, I think Samsung do kind of produce the best shit. Yeah.
But that Android, I don't think is as good as that iOS, you know, operating system.
Well, that's OS. But that's different. That's software. That's not hardware.
Yeah. That's the only thing Apple I think has got on that shit, dude.
2015, President Barack Hussein Obama officially redesignated Alaska Mount McKinley as Denali, its Native American name. I actually kind of support that. You know, like they were there first, so they have the rights to name it. We also have violent protests in Kiev after Ukraine Parliament voted to leave 1 National Guard dead, 100 injured.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
How do you do? How does that happen? Only one guy got killed and you injured 100?
Well, I mean, advances in medical technology. I don't know.
Like, dude, if they're that good, man, they should be over helping us.
Well, where do you think they get it from? So, 2017 indications that Neanderthals were the first to make glue out of tar, strengthened by research published in scientific reports. So the first glue.
Oh.
Well, that explains. Tar is sticky, so glue and all that stuff. I wonder, like, whoever figured out if you melt horses down, you can have glue. That's a weird idea.
Yeah, it had to come from a barn fire or something.
Hey, these fingers would provide the perfect adhesive. 2017 as well,
so well.
International Organization for Migration stated 18,500 Rohingya Muslims have fled from violence in Myanmar's Rakhine state after 110 deaths, making for Bangladesh. Yeah, well, now they're all in England and, Germany and all that stuff, so. 2018, 19-year-old Indonesian boy was rescued after 49 days afloat with his floating fish trap became adrift. Yikes.
Whoa, shit.
Yikes. 19 years old, 49 days just out there. Like,
floating on a minnow bucket.
Yeah, but he's out, you can't drink the water, it's salty, that'll kill you,
Yeah,
So I guess you just collect
drink your
rainwater.
sweat.
Well, sweat, is salty, so you can't drink your sweat.
yeah, but I mean, that's like the only option you got at that point, I think. I don't even know, dude.
Tears are
better have some clean pee.
Yeah, you can drink your pee, at least once or twice before it becomes toxic.
How are you going to do that, though, when you're adrift?
I guess you just collect rainwater if you can, somehow.
Yeah.
So,
fuck, dude, that's like the worst nightmare, dude. Adrift at sea, bro.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, that one guy, remember that one vessel that sunk and then the cook was like, what was it, like 300 some odd feet below the surface of the water, but he was in an air pocket, and it was shark infested waters and everything, and you can hear the sharks eating his crew members.
Oh, man.
Like,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, actually, let's see if I can find...
and he was just sitting in there quarantined and that shit waiting on help, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, he wasn't really quarantined. Like, the ship sunk, but it was so rapid. Like, here's the actual footage.
Video shot by a Dutch diving company. It was hired to recover bodies from a submerged tugboat off Nigeria until this happened.
All right, you found one, yeah? He's alive. He's alive.
The startled dive team discovered the tugboat's cook had survived for 3 days in an air pocket, partially submerged in the freezing waters, dressed only in shorts. Divers gave him an oxygen mask and put him in a diving bell to get him to 30 meters to the surface. He was the only survivor
what do you
from the
do in that situation, dude? Like, you're trapped under the sea in an air pocket, man.
Pray.
If you move, you're dead.
You pray to whatever gods or pantheon you believe in, and you hope for the best.
You pray.
That's just incredible.
But 3 days, and they had to put him in the diving bell. They had to. He was deep enough where they had to decompress him along the way.
All the way up.
Yeah, so he would have smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. That's once you go through something like that, you could come back here, dude, and just walk right over coals.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I survived in a air pocket of a shark infested ship. I was eating my buddy.
Yeah.
Eat that shit.
2019 as well, India removes citizenship status from 1.9 million people in the state of Assam, leaving them off its new National Register of Citizens. What? Wow.
How do you do
That's
that?
2 million people. You're no longer Indians. Oof. Like, okay, what the hell?
Hide these 2 million people. Well, hey, they're doing it in Gaza. They're hiding millions of people.
Yeah.
It seems like, or whatever they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we got in 2020?
2020, singer Akon lays first stone for Akon City. Futuristic
Akon
solar
City.
powered. Bro, there's this whole thing about it. Hold on. Futuristic solar
way.
powered city to be built in Senegal, saying will be a real life version of Wakanda in Black Panther.
Oh my god.
Bro, there's this
They're
whole.
building Wakanda.
There's this whole fucking thing, man. It's this whole
Wakanda's
thing.
not real.
It's
I had
one
argument
big
with somebody that
Ponzi
was trying to
scheme.
try to convince me that it was real and the government was hiding it. I was like, bro, it's on the comic book, man. I mean, it's not real. It's a fake place.
Yeah, well, for now, but like Akon is trying to turn it into real. So.
One brick at a time.
Yeah.
Well, he's taking money to build it for sure, but we built this city. It's horrible, man. Well,
That's crazy.
I'll have to show you a video on it later.
Yeah.
Like that almost makes you really truly believe in fake news. Like I'm almost invested in it. You know, when you hear shit like that.
What else do we have?
2022, Mary Peltona is the first Alaskan native to be elected to the U.S. Congress, defeating Sarah Palin in national election.
A special election.
Whoa.
Sarah Palin, that's a name I have not heard for a long time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
He went back to Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't been heard of. Well, she did that TV show, dude, and I want to say that TV show, I want to say that shit kind of threw a wrench, dude, in their whole thing they had going, you know, because it showed like all of the sides of people's lives that you really don't want out there, you know what I mean? And I think they kind of politically might have fucked her. You know, I'm not sure though.
I'm going to take these 22s, and then you can take the last two. UN released report accusing China of serious human rights abuses against Uyghurs in its western Xinjiang region. Quote, may constitute international crimes, in particular crimes against humanity, end quote.
Oh, you think?
Yes. You know, like, once again, you know, China is today's, you know, version of Nazi Germany with
Thanks
all their
for
genocides.
the report, UN.
Yeah, gee.
Right.
You know, welcome to the 19th century, UN. We also have, speaking of the UN, we also have the UN Weather Agency predicted a rare triple-dip La Nina pattern to last until the end of 2022, the first of this century, likely to extend droughts in the Horn of Africa and South America. Dang.
I'd like to think it droughts in the Horn of Africa anyways.
Yeah. Well, worse than normal. So, now...
Worse than normal. That's terrible then.
Now the loon, because I knew about El Nino, but I didn't know about El Nina or La Nina. So what's the difference between El Nino and La Nina?
Oh, it's cooling. One's heating up the waters, and the other's cooling the waters.
Yeah. Now what do we got in 23? Just last year.
Wow, this is interesting. A new computer model study suggests humanity was almost wiped out 900,000 years ago with just 1,280 people reproducing.
Or reproducing individuals
specifically.
So,
we got down to as low as like 1,700 people or some shit, didn't they, in the world or something? They say.
Well, right here
at one point maybe.
This says 1,280.
This says reproducing individuals. So, like, we could have had 2,000.
Well,
but there can be children, there can be elderly,
Yeah.
you know. But these are specifically, you know, what will keep the species alive.
Right.
Only
Alive.
down to 1,280. Which
So
is, that is
1,700 could be around there, yeah.
That is critically
almost
endangered.
Brings you
know?
to the theory of what if mankind actually did travel here interstellarly from somewhere else, and that's how our civilization recreated itself, you know?
Well, I'm a strong believer in the idea that we actually came from Mars, and we are the meteor that destroyed the dinosaurs, you know?
Well, I mean, Mars is identically to what happens when a nuclear blast annihilates something.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have that molecule and shit up there
Yep.
for no odd reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be there. I don't believe it should be there
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, Mars has got some weird anomalies on it, man, that are undiscovered. You know, like said to be pyramids, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, they got like Mount Olympic on there and shit.
Yeah. Oh, Olympus Mons, you mean the largest volcano in the
Yeah,
solar system?
Olympus Mont. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the highest peak. That would be higher than any mountain in the whole world. I believe, on our planet anyway. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, and they have that huge canyon that like makes the Grand Canyon look like a divot.
I guess the biggest
Yeah,
question
yeah.
is, you know, why isn't there life on Mars? You know, it should be.
I think
like we did,
I think something annihilated it, man.
something
Because
went wrong.
it has solar radiation storms and shit.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like 800-900 mile an hour winds or something. They say on there.
Well, that's because the planet, physically, it's it's too small to have because its core died and its atmosphere, slowly died as well, and then the oxygen left because there's nothing left. The geomagnetic bubble that we have on Earth.
Yeah.
Mars used to have it, but but that's their core.
Yeah, something killed it. You know.
Yeah. Anyway, what's our last article here? And then I'll wrap this up.
2023, 2 leaders of the right-wing group Proud Boys given lengthy sentences for sedition.
Ooh.
And for their assault on the U.S. Capitol, Joseph Biggs, 17 years, and Zachary Rail, 15 years.
Wow, really? For the Proud Boys, dude? They gave them that much time?
It's just a war against the conservatives, you know?
They got screwed.
Yeah.
Dude, they weren't even really established. They were just like a group of guys who were kind of like the Second Amendment dudes.
Well, once again,
Yep.
you know,
Exactly.
Once again, our primary source is leftist, so this is human propaganda. So yeah.
Yeah. They were calling them racists and Nazis and shit, and it's like I think their leader was like Hispanic and black or something. You know, I mean, it's like I think you guys got the tables mixed up. I think you guys are the Nazis.
I don't know. Anyway, that'll conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar in the description below for any links you may be interested in. So much history has and continues to be made on a daily basis, and we can only bring you a portion. Please check the sources for more. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific time, which is 12 noon Mountain, 1 Central, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We do have other shows, from history to news, movie reactions, reviews, video memes, Omni Kitchen, and everything else in between, and talk show. Check the underbar. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
King's Refuge.
Hollywood Haters.
Golden Moon.
And you, thank you once again for coming in and watching us. And until you catch us next time, whenever it is, wherever it is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!
Peace.